The NBA Power Rankings for the early offseason has been released by CBS Sports and the NBA. Where do our Lakers rank? Find out after this. Hi everybody, it's Director Yuki once again giving you guys today's breakdown of the Power Rankings Early Edition. If you guys are brand new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and like the video, as well as check out my social below. We will be live again this Saturday for the last time for this cycle with our weekend review. So make sure you guys check that out on our social below. Also, Discord is coming soon, and we have a merch store on www.lakeshowtalks.com for your shopping needs. Okay, so CBS Sports has released the Power Rankings Early Edition as far as the early moves go. So this is as of November 24th, 2020. We're going to start first with the bottom five. Then we're going to do the top five, okay? So, coming in at number 30 is the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? So they mentioned that losing Chris Paul and Steven Adams is a contributing factor, as well as Danilo Gallinari to Atlanta Hawks. But they do not have any competing designs in the 2020 season. So right now the Thunder are going nowhere at this point, and it will be very difficult to see them go anywhere within the next 2 years. So I'll give them 3 years. We'll see what happens then. Number 29 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're trying to find trade partners for Kevin Love and Andre Drummond right now, and it will be a very long time to even be relevant again. Now remember, Cleveland had LeBron James for a while, and when Cleveland had LeBron, they were like the top teams in the East for most of the time with LeBron. So, and they have Kevin Love. Now, with LeBron gone, it will be very difficult for them to come back. They have to wait for a while to come back. Number 28. Number 28 on the list is the New York Knicks. And now, you know what they do. They love the draft, the top player in the draft, and they got number 8 spot, and they got Obi Toppin. All right. Now they also picked up some future draft picks, but they are one of the teams that are good on cap space. So they have cap space going for them. So that's a good thing, especially for future drafts. So watch out for the Knicks. I'd say watch out for the Knicks. Number 27, according to CBS Sports, is Detroit Pistons. Now, they had a very interesting offseason so far. And they got like 5 centers, and they paid $60 million for Jeremy Grant, okay? But don't actually count them out. They could be a playoff team if Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose are healthy. And assuming that Derrick Rose is staying there, because once again, free agent rumors say that he could be coming to the Lakers, so watch it. All right? Number 26 is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the reason why they said is they did the number 1 pick, and that went to Anthony Edwards, and he's going to try to fit in with Karl Anthony Towns. Now, unfortunately, they did very little to address the defensive problems. But I would say watch the Timberwolves as well. Even though they're number 26 in the power ranking, you never know what they're going to do in the actual floor. Number 25 to round out the bottom 5 is the Washington Wizards. And that is because Bradley Beal is committing to the Wizards. And assuming that healthy Mr. John Wall is going to be healthy, and he's going to stay there, okay? And Davis Beltrán is locked in for them. I say he's going to stay there, Mr. Wall, is because John Wall wants out of Washington and might go to another team. All right, we have to see what happens with Mr. Wall. All right, now let's go to the top 5 of the power rankings according to CBS Sports. And let's get started with number 5, the Los Angeles Clippers. And that's because they signed Serge Ibaka a few days ago. And Paul George and Leonard, if they're healthy, they can be a devastating team. Once again, if they're healthy and Paul George plays well. We saw what happened in the playoffs when they blew a 3-1 series lead against the Denver Nuggets. Okay? So watch it. Watch out for Paul George and Leonard because they can be very interesting this season, especially with Serge Ibaka. Number 4 on their list is the Boston Celtics. Now they lost Gordon Hayward, but it's more of a blessing in disguise for them because they can remove that logjam with several players. They even signed Tristan Thompson, who will be playing in the middle for them. So that's a very good player in Tristan Thompson, okay? Number 3 on their list is going to be the Miami Heat. And I told you guys about the Miami Heat during the start of 4 weeks ago when we started this thing. Miami Heat has a very good players, including Tyler Hero, Gordon Projects, all that good stuff. And remember, a few days ago, they just got Avery Bradley from the Lakers. But they did lose Joe Crowder and Derrick Jones Jr., but they got Mo Harkless and Avery Bradley. So they're going to be a good team. And if they're healthy and they play well this season, watch it. They're going to be a postseason threat. They are going to be a postseason threat. Number 2 on their list is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the Bogdanovich deal did not happen, but they did sign DJ Augustine, Drew Holiday, Torrey Craig, and other players. And to be more interesting, they could easily win the East. I have a good feeling it's Milwaukee, Toronto, and another team in the East, most likely Miami. So once again, those 3, Toronto, Bucks, and the Heat. Those 3, I have a good feeling this season they're going to be in the top 3 in the East. And finally, who's your number 1? I think you guys know how about this one. And I said that I think they're going to be a good team. It's still your Lakers, ladies and gentlemen. Your Lakers are number 1 in terms of the power rankings early edition. And that's because of Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell. Big signings. Now, we also got Wesley Matthews to replace Danny Green. And we got Marc Gasol recently. I reported that on that. And big potential to be number 1 in the West. So those are your power rankings for the early edition. What do you guys think of the power rankings from 25 to 30 and top 5? Let me know in the comments below. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I will not be doing anything for tomorrow's videos. So on behalf of me and the rest of Lake Show Talks and the rest of Lake Show Nation, go Lakers! Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys again on Friday for another Lake Show Talks. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody.